and talk these hard words, you would say these brothers talking these hard words because these brothers trying to get us to do right. And these brothers love us. That's why they come at us so hard. They're trying to change us and bring us out of the evil we've been in our whole life. They're trying to stop the destruction of black people. And you would love us. But instead you hate us. You know why? Because we won't tell you it's good to go get a big house and a Cadillac.
That's right. Come on.
You hate us because we don't come out here and extort you for every quarter you got. Because we don't go build a big church with pretty carpet and get a nice band and a nice piano and make you come in there and pass a gold plate around and rob you blind like every church in America.
How about that?
So you hate us. You hate us for that. But if we did that, boy, you'd love us. If I went downtown right now and got me an Armani suit, got me a little gel, took these old roughneck braids out my hair, trimmed this old beard down nice and sweet, shine me up some gators real quick, get me a Rolex, maybe a nice little diamond pinky ring, come out up here, do a little hopping. In the name of Jesus, and I feel the Holy Ghost. This time next year, I'll be a millionaire. I'll be pulling up in the rows, boy. I'll be pulling up in the rows with the champagne leather seat. Yeah, that's right, brother. You right. And the only difference is, at the end, God gonna kill my stinking ass. That's the difference, brother. These preachers in these churches, the Lord see them. And He's going to destroy them for the evil they did. The Lord Christ is looking for real black men. Christ recruiting black men that want to stand up and take a shot at changing this world. Black men that want to take a shot at delivering black people. I grew up my whole life watching white men be heroes on TV. And I told my daddy, I said, Daddy, I want to be a hero one day. And my father told me, you will be a hero, brother. Long as you stand up and try to save black people, man. And then I picked up the Bible and I saw the real heroes. I read about Moses. I read about David. I read about Jesus Christ. I read about some heroes that put it all on the line to deliver black people, man. There's some people that love black people despite all the drug problems, despite all the poverty, despite all the whoredoms, despite all the religion. They love the black people, man. And I said, Dad, I'm going to go be a hero, man. I'm going to go be a hero for black people. And Christ recruited me, baby. And I'm down on his team. And the heroes is riding, man. Damn this evil world. Christ's kingdom is next. And you black men in America, you going to rule that kingdom, man. Read on, huh? He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. See what the Lord said? The Lord said, if we let these strangers among us, he going to be the head, and we gonna be the tail, and that's true. He own all the businesses, we gotta work for him.
Come on.
He run the whole city, we the ones in the city paying all the rent, cleaning up the garbage, running the buses for $2 so that we can try to feed our family. We the bottom, man. He's the head and we the damn tail, man. And we gonna always be the tail until we decide that we eliminate him from us, then we'll be the heads, man. Read on, huh? Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee. See what the Lord said? Moreover, all these curses gonna come on us and pursue us, man. Meaning they gonna go after us and go after us and go after us. And overtake thee till thou be destroyed. See what the Lord said? Till we be destroyed. We don't even know who we are no more. You tell a black man he's the real Jew, he look at you like you crazy. I'm not no Jew. I'm not no Jew. Yes, you are, Negro. You a Jew, man. You the only Jew. The white man been claiming to be a Jew. He ain't never been a Jew. He ain't never been a Jew. So-called Negroes kill me. We hate the Hispanics and love the white man. When the Hispanics is our brothers. We hate the Indians and love the white man when the Indians is our brothers. And we don't even know why we hate them. Talk about they taking our job. All the jobs come from the white man. How the hell they taking something that the white man decide to give you or give them? The white man decide who he giving what jobs to. You ain't never stopped farming. He decided they was gonna do the farming. You ain't decide that. The Mexicans ain't come over here and take over nothing. The white man let them in here. He wanted them to work the farms for $2 an hour.
Come on.
And got rid of your behind. When if you both of you cut the white man off, both of you be farming and both of you be eating what you're farming. That's how you solve that. Don't be mad because the Mexicans got this on the farm. Go get your own damn farm. And both you and the Mexicans cut the white man off, and you'll get all the farm food.
That's right. That's right.
You run the farm, he picks the farm.
Come on.
Both of you eat good.
Come on.
But Negroes don't think like that. Negroes think if black people get in charge, they'll destroy the world. When you the one built the whole damn world. How the hell you gonna destroy what you built? All you gonna do is set it up right.
That's all you gonna do.
We brainwashed in America. We think if the white man left today, black people go crazy killing each other. Hell no. If the white man left today, every drug dealer would be on notice. He got 30 days to stop selling drugs, pack up and turn all the money over to the government. Or we coming after him. And everybody know where the drug dealers are. We string everyone, every light pole would have a drug dealer hanging from it. Every light pole would have a drug dealer hanging from it. And that'd be the end of drug dealing in America. That's what would happen. It ain't gonna get chaotic. Niggas act like drug dealers so damn tough, man. They ain't tough. Anyway, you getting high, you ain't tough no how. You don't want to run with me. I get up and work out every day. I don't smoke. Don't use no drugs. Ain't into nothing evil. Ain't sleeping around with a bunch of women. Shoot, you get in a run-in with us, you gonna get your whole head knocked off. You sit up there smoking weed every night, lungs all constricted. You can't run, can't fight, ain't been trained. You gonna run up on us, we gonna kill everything moving before you. When you look up, you gonna be calling for the Lord then. You gonna know who God. What love is, when these brothers come out here and talk these hard words, you would say these brothers talking these hard words because these brothers trying to get us to do right. And these brothers love us, that's why they come at us so hard. They trying to change us and bring us out of the evil we've been in our whole life. They trying to stop the destruction of black people. And you would love us. But instead you hate us. You know why? Because we won't tell you it's good to go get a big house and a Cadillac.
That's right. Come on.
You hate us because we don't come out here and extort you for every quarter you got. Because we don't go build a big church with pretty carpet and get a nice band and a nice piano and make you come in there and pass a gold plate around and rob you blind like every church in America.
How about that?
So you hate us. You hate us for that. But if we did that, boy, you'd love us. If I went downtown right now and got me an Armani suit, got me a little gel, took these old roughneck braids out my hair, trimmed this old beard down nice and sweet, shine me up some gators real quick, get me a Rolex, maybe a nice little diamond pinky ring, come out up here, do a little hopping, in the name of Jesus, and I feel the Holy Ghost. This time next year, I'll be a millionaire. I'll be pulling up in the rows, boy. I'll be pulling up in the rows with the champagne leather seat. Yeah, that's right, brother. You right. And the only difference is, at the end, God gonna kill my stinking ass. That's the difference, brother. These preachers in these churches, the Lord see them. And he gonna destroy them for the evil they did. The Lord Christ is looking for real black men. Christ recruiting black men that want to stand up and take a shot at changing this world. Black men that want to take a shot at delivering black people. I grew up my whole life watching white men be heroes on TV. And I told my daddy, I said, Daddy, I want to be a hero one day. And my father told me, you will be a hero, brother, long as you stand up and try to save black people, man. And then I picked up the Bible and I saw the real heroes. I read about Moses. I read about David. I read about Jesus Christ. I read about some heroes that put it all on the line to deliver black people, man. There's some people that love black people despite all the drug problems, despite all the poverty, despite all the whoredoms, despite all the religion. They love black people, man. And I said, Dad, I'm going to go be a hero, man. I'm going to go be a hero for black people. And Christ recruited me, baby. And I'm down on his team. And the heroes is riding, man. Damn this evil world. Christ's kingdom is next. And you black men in America, you gonna rule that kingdom, man. Read on, huh? He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. See what the Lord said? The Lord said, if we let these strangers among us, he gonna be the head, and we gonna be the tail, and that's true. He own all the businesses, we gotta work for him.
Come on.
He run the whole city, we the ones in the city paying all the rent, running, cleaning up the garbage, running the buses for him for $2 so that we can try to feed our family. We the bottom, man. He's the head and we the damn tail, man. And we gonna always be the tail until we decide that we eliminate him from us, then we'll be the heads, man. Read on, huh? Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee. See what the Lord said? Moreover, all these curses gonna come on us and pursue us, man. Meaning they gonna go after us and go after us and go after us. And overtake thee till thou be destroyed. See what the Lord said till we be destroyed. We don't even know who we are no more. You tell a black man he's the real Jew, he look at you like you crazy. I'm not no Jew. I'm not no Jew. Yes, you are, Negro. You a Jew, man. You the only Jew. The white man been claiming to be a Jew. He ain't never been a Jew. He ain't never been a Jew. So-called Negroes kill me. We hate the Hispanics and love the white man. When the Hispanics is our brothers. We hate the Indians and love the white man when the Indians is our brothers. And we don't even know why we hate them. Talk about they taking our job. All the jobs come from the white man. How in the hell they taking something that the white man decide to give you or give them? The white man decide who he giving what jobs to. You ain't never stopped farming. He decided they was gonna do the farming. You ain't decide that. The Mexicans ain't come over here and take over nothing. The white man let them in here. He wanted them to work the farms for $2 an hour.
Come on.
And got rid of your behind. When if you both of you cut the white man off, both of you be farming and both of you be eating what you're farming.
How about that?
That's how you solve that. Don't be mad because the Mexicans got this on the farm. Go get your own damn farm. And both you and the Mexicans cut the white man off and you'll get all the farm food.
That's right. That's right.
You run the farm, he picks the farm.
Come on.
Both of you eat good.
Come on.
But Negroes don't think like that. Negroes think if black people get in charge, they'll destroy the world. When you the one built the whole damn world. How in the hell you gonna destroy what you built? All you gonna do is set it up right.
That's all you gonna do.
We brainwashed in America. We think if the white man left today, black people go crazy killing each other. Hell no. If the white man left today, every drug dealer would be on notice. He got 30 days to stop selling drugs, pack up and turn all the money over to the government. Or we coming after him. And everybody know where the drug dealers are. We string everyone. Every light pole would have a drug dealer hanging from it. Every light pole would have a drug dealer hanging from it. And that'd be the end of drug dealing in America. That's what would happen. It ain't gonna get chaotic. Niggas act like drug dealers so damn tough, man. They ain't tough. Anyway, you getting high, you ain't tough no how. You don't want to run with me. I get up and work out every day. I don't smoke. Don't use no drugs. Ain't into nothing evil. Ain't sleeping around with a bunch of women. Shoot, you get in a run-in with us, you gonna get your whole head knocked off. You sit up there smoking weed every night, lungs all constricted. You can't run, can't fight, ain't been trained. You run up on us, we gonna kill everything moving before you. When you look up, you gonna be calling for the Lord then. You gonna know who God.
All right, clap it up. Shalom. We here on another Friday night in the headquarters of the Israelite School of UPK. Pushing this truth that all people, so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans are the true Israelite supporters of the Bible, the chosen people of God, and that what clips over with. The men, I didn't know before I picked that clip and started playing it. The men telling you how we're going to be the same things. On the streets of DC, what was that, 15, 20 years ago? They're the same things we need to hear today. Right. But we still can't figure out how to get together. We're on the same side of the Mexicans, and we got the same enemy, and we're the same people, we're going through the same oppressions. And it's the same story. 15 years later, they still hating us. They're still trying to run us up out the country and turn us against each other. But every week we're going to keep on pushing this through. We're going to keep on taking our culture back on Friday nights. We get into the Hebrew key is crucial. In order to really get deep into the scriptures and just to connect it to the culture and get away from the white man's language that's been imposed upon us. It's a beautiful thing to take back the ancient language. On the board here, I got the serious script on top. That's we have a script of preserved and the script we took on in Syrian captivity. But underneath is our ancient alphabet. It's the alphabet that Moses wrote in. Moses got the tablets, came down the tablets in. It's the alphabet King David wrote the Psalms in. This is our ancient alphabet. If you really go and look up the timeline, it wasn't until very relatively recently that we took on this Syrian script. So we try to tie this together with the Sabbath service script. Because when one way we really push that connection is what we learn on Friday, we apply, and we can be followed and participate in the Sabbath service. So we can teach the same script when we're going to go over tomorrow, preparing the twice, going through it twice, that repetition builds and breaks it in. And it just so happens that we're in a chapter in Exodus where there's a lot of basic words, a lot of repetition, a lot of simple sentences. So I think we can go through, we try and get through, 10 or 15 verses today. We can start to pick up the things that we see coming up over and over. Numbers, things like that. We start off in verse 10, and just run through it. And as I say, every time I teach a Hebrew class, if you're not caught up with the alphabet, don't be intimidated by it. Get a sheet. Need an official ISUPK alphabet sheet. Just ask in the chat, and we'll get you one. He said the sound is low.
Let me know if that's a little bit better, Bruce. And shout out to young man Bruce. Shout out to Khalad Desire, Ashley, everybody checking in. So we're gonna start in verse 10 and try and run through it. As I always say, if you're not caught up with the alphabet, get an alphabet sheet. Let us know if you need one. Just run through it, practice it, say it out loud. Write things, even if you don't understand what you're writing, write things, because that act of writing it down, writing it over and over, that's what drills it in. You'll pick it up a lot quicker than you thought. And it's important, if you're going to make progress in the language and learn it, that you just dive right in, that you see these letters up here on the board that might not make any sense to you at all and make them make sense. You dive right in, you take the challenge, take on the challenge and get yourself caught up. All right, Most High Christ. They said it sounds much better. All right, so let's dive into verse 10, and we'll go through some of the basics as we go through it. So verse 10 in English, so we know what we're working with. And this whole chapter is going over the priestly garments. We just finished going over the tabernacle and all of Moses' instructions for the tabernacle. And so now Exodus 39 and 10. And this up here, this is Shemuwath, which is the name of the first 5 books of the Bible is named after the first or the second word that you see. So this is Shemuwath, which is names. So in verse 10, and they set in it 4 rows of stones. The first row was a sardius, a topaz, and a carbuncle. This was the first row. So we're gonna, I don't expect everybody to pick up all the different stones that we're gonna go through, but the basic phrases like, and they set in it, this was the first row and the second row, and things like that, we can definitely zero in on. So let's start out here in verse 10. In the Hebrew is, lock it for my handwriting. Wamalawa bun, Arabaya to warrior, a bun to war, Adam, Patada, Wabarquath, Haswar, Hachad. So we're going to break all these things down, how the sentence goes together and everything else. And everybody that's out there following along, you should have some variation of an interlinear Bible pulled up. You can go to their websites, you can use the blue letter like I'm using right here. You can just click on the verse and pull up the interlinear apps. And that'll just have the Hebrew verse side by side. You'll be able to click word by word. You'll be able to click on the Strong's number. You'll be able to see the English translation right next to each word. And so it simplifies it and allows you to, to have a reference point. And so we talk about the way that Hebrew words are built from the root word outward. And so we have prepositions that'll go at the beginning of the word. For example, and, the, in, to. Those will all be represented by letters at the beginning of the word. Possessives, who it belongs to, who it's referring to, will be represented by letters at the end of the word. The tense will be shown by letters in the middle of the word. So if you can identify the root word, then it's easier to piece things together as you go through. So while Mala'awa is based on this root here, Malah, which is to set. And that's this. This down here and this up here. This Malah, which is to set. The Y at the beginning, of course, is and. You'll see this all the time. You got to know these prepositions. So I'm going to write some of the things on the side over here for reference. Things like Y, which is and. As we go, we'll build that list up. This is a bawa, which is just a preposition in it. Bawa. And they set in it Arabaya, which Arabaya is 4. Arabaya, this whole thing here is 4 rows because this is 4 in. We try not to use the word feminine. In Hebrew, it's more so of a ranking structure because it won't always be that cut and dry where you can say a masculine version of the word and a feminine version. But if that helps you, learn, then that ha at the end would be the feminine version of the word. So Arabaya. So warrior is rose. We talk about when we pluralize something, you have the yum at the end. But a lot of times you'll see it'll just be a ya. The ma will be left off. But that yum, for reference, is how you pluralize words typically. So warrior, a bun, is stone. So war we just said is row. So to warrior, a bun to war, rows of stones, and then a row to war here, a row. This is going to be a word for sardius. To war, a dumb. Patada, which is topaz. Barquath. So this Y here is for N. So Y barquath. The barquath is the carbuncle. Again, I'm not going to write every stone, but by all means, if y'all want to build that vocabulary, I'm going to try and focus on the common words as we go through. And ha to war. Now that ha, another preposition that we see all the time, we should recognize immediately. Ha means the. Like when you say Bahasham in the name, that Ba would be another preposition, in, which we just saw here. So the Ha to war is thorough. Ha Chad is one. In this case, it's first. The first row. Achad is one, and here is first. Ha Achad, the first. So this is one verse. Seeing prepositions that we could build up. Wa for and twice. So the ba for in, the ha for the twice. Rows popped up 4 times. To war being row. And all these things, it's cool when you go through these and you see how specific it is when it goes through the instructions for the tabernacle, when it go through the instructions for the priestly garments. It's extremely, extremely specific to the detail. Now, the first word of verse 11, we should recognize right off the bat because we've seen it 3-4 times. Waha to war. And this is a perfect example of once you can identify the root word, if you see that to war, which is row, and you separate it out, now you know that this 5-letter word is really just a 3-letter word with 2 prepositions. And the row. Anybody who's here in the classes recently when we went over, I think Sha'afwan did a couple of good classes where we went down numbers. Akkad is 1, Shanya is 2. Akkad, Shanya. So Ha Shanya, the second, and the row, the second. So the grammar, you're going to get used to different grammar. Any language that you learn, you have to get used to different word structure, sentence structure. Waha to war, ha shanya.
Can you be like write the names down under it too?
Which one? Like
The names?
the English word?
Yeah.
Each one?
Yeah.
It will help. So this is, and remember that root word is set, and then this at the end, this would represent they. In it, bawa, in it.
Set the in it. Set the in it.
Yeah, so this word here is and they set. And this is the root word here, the malah is set. The Y is in, and this Y at the end would be for day. And then this word by Y is in it. Orthodox, topaz. And these are all the stones for the tribes. So this is a good opportunity. We're not gonna go over everyone right now, but like diamond would be the stone for Ephraim, the jasper for Issachar, the sapphire for Zebulon, the carbuncle is for Levi. So these are all the stones that are going to represent the tribes. This is the dots. This up here. You see, I might not. My handwriting is not the greatest, but that point would be the difference. And that's the Assyrian. The Assyrian will try to trip you up because a lot of these letters look real similar to each other. You'll especially see it if last week I suggested downloading the keyboard on your phone and practicing with that. If you do that, you're really going to see a whole lot of letters that look just alike. But it's all a challenge. So this is and
Adasa. That means Adasa.
which one?
The one right there. Adasa. Right?
Yeah. Well, this is
Sorry.
yeah. So this is a dump.
Adasa in Hebrew, right?
A dump. That's a dump.
I got it right. The
You double check. So it's a dump. So, yeah, that's a ma.
So is this?
Yeah, because you see right underneath it. We're gonna move your finger right here. That's when it comes at the end of a word. It's gonna look like that.
Gotcha.
So that's always remember in the Assyrian. There's I want to say 5 letters that have different forms at the end of the word. It's the ma, na, ka, the za. Probably missing one. And the pa. You want to make sure always to have these forms if that letter comes at the end of the word. to recognize them. So the top is emerald. And there's sapphire right here. It's sapphire. And then white HARLEM. Ya HARLEM is diamond. And that is that's the stone for the beef right there. Diamond. Why Ya HARLEM? So in verse 12 is going to go into the third row. We've been paying attention with our numbers. Achad, Shanya, Shalash. So it's going to say, just like up here, Wahat's war and the row. Same thing. Waha to war. Same as the last verse. And the row. Waha to war. Shalyasha. Now, this is just a different form of the shalash, which is 3. Just keeping it simple for now. Just remember that shalash for 3. And then it's going to say a ligger, and this is now in the third row. A ligger, an agate, and an amethyst, which amethyst is a stone for Wa'alban. Agate is the stone for Gad, and ligger is for Manasseh. So now these are the 3 stones in the third row. The Shum is ligger. Shabwa, agate. And then amethyst. So this is a good verse for anybody who want to rep their tribe with their stones. Some of these, I'm going to have to look these up later. Because I cannot tell you what a carbuncle looks like.
Right, I don't know what that is either.
Why a chalama is amethyst. So this verse was in the third row, a ligger, an agate, and an amethyst. Why to war, and the third why to war.
Watch it.
Oh,
Watch it. Camera not over here. That's all.
Hashalyasha, which is the third, based on that shalash, is 3. The Shum, which is ligger, Shavua, which is agate, Ba'ahalama, which is amethyst. Right, I'm gonna have to check out a few of these. Now we're gonna be in the fourth row, so the final three. Verse 13 says, in the fourth row, a beryl, an onyx, and a jasper. And they were enclosed in ouches of gold in their enclosures. So a beryl. Oh, I'm sorry.
A reddish type thing.
Yeah, that looks good. Come on. So onyx is for Asher. The jasper is Issachar, and the beryl, I saw the beryl a minute ago. And the beryl is Naphtali. So this is the fourth row and the final row. The beryl, the onyx, and the jasper. So we're going to grab it. Same as we started these last two verses. Wahatawar. Be able to fully break that down by now. And the row. And so this is going to be a different form. And if y'all are paying attention with the numbers, Achad, Shanya, Shalash, Arabai. So this is going to be a little different form of the, which we already hit on that word up here, because it let us know there were going to be 4 rows at the beginning. Arabaya for warrior. So this is going to be Arabiya, which just for the sake of getting down to basics, just remember that it's based on that root word Arabai for 4. So we went through Achad, first row, Achad right here for the first row, Shanya for the second row, Shalash for the third row, and Arabai for the fourth row. And so this first right here, the Rashiash is going to be beryl. Shahum for onyx. And Y is Shapah for jasper. So we already know the Y and the Ya versus Salak. In this case, the Y is and the Yashapah is jasper. So we got Shahum, which is onyx, the Rashash, which is beryl, and Yashapah, which is jasper. And so just like that, that's the 4 rows of the breastplate for the priests. Every stone for every tribe. Every one of these stones represents a tribe. But for the sake of the basics, we got a lot of repetition. The word row comes up a lot. We got to see it come up in different forms. So we learn prepositions, the ha for the ba for in, the wa for and. We see the pluralizing on some words with the yum or with just the ya. Numbers. We got Hatawar, Ha'achad, the first row. Wahatawar, Hashanya, the second row. Wahatawar, Hashalyasha, the third row. Wahatawar, Harbiah, the fourth row.
This is verse 11, right?
This is 11.
Let's go to 10.
Yeah, this is still a 10. And it's important. Take your time. Whoever's following at home, copy this down. The writing, just the act of writing, is key in bringing it in. Shout out to Antisocial checking in. Just the writing is key to learning this language and taking back our language. You got to be active with it. That's what drills it down into your memory, to actually taking a pen and just writing it down on paper, even if you don't know what you're writing yet. That's how you get it. And this is key. So take your time, copy down everything we're trying to use to tomorrow's Sabbath service scriptures. For anybody that's just jumping in, to get that repetition and to find some common words that we're seeing a lot of. We went through some numbers. We went through 1 to 4. We went through rows, which comes up often. We use it to identify root words, break down words, get prepositions like the letters that stand for the, in, and. The way that we pluralize words, we can find all these things in these simple, scriptures like this with a lot of simple sentences. This chapter is breaking down the breastplate for the priest and breaking down the priest's garments in general. And so it's a lot of simple, kind of repetitious language. And for whoever didn't see this at the start, I played a throwback clip. Commanding General Yahano on the streets of D.C. about 15, 20 years ago, and caught me off guard because he was saying the same things that we got to talk about today. Today, it's the same issues in this country. They're still talking. They're still hating on the Mexicans, still hating on the Central Americans while they're using their labor. And that's why it's so important for us to be up here and push this, that we're one people, that we got to come together, and that we have a culture to point back to. That whatever we think our culture is, it's just something recent that the white man put on us. The Mexicans think their culture is, sombreros and top. That's just what they developed over here with the white man on their back and on their neck. Our culture goes back a lot farther than the 1700s and 1800s. The Gadites and the Native Americans and the Seminoles and them, they running around thinking that they got some ancient culture. That's just what the white man found them with over here. Our culture goes a lot farther back than that. And that's why it's so important to push this language, to get deep into these scriptures, to be able to read and write in something that wasn't pressed on us by our slave master. And to that end, make sure that if you're using blue letter, use the interlinear. I've got it right here. I'm going to show you. I have the parallel where you can have the Hebrew on the right side and the King James on the left side. Oh, that's a cop. Because you see, no, because this is the cod that comes at the end of the word. So look on the second row, right down here. So that's this letter right here. And we talking about always remember when you, yeah. So this is this right here. This. Yeah, let me write it a little better. And that's key. Take this and absorb it. Sit with it. Make sure you get these letters right when you write them down. When you read them, bust open a Torah or a Tanakh, and just even if it just looks like nothing, just try and read. Push yourself until you can identify more letters and more words, and you'd be surprised how quickly it comes. You'll be shocked at how quickly it comes. Just push yourself. That's what I'm big on. Whenever I'm up in these classes, just push yourself. I try to use as little English words to lean on. We already got a Syrian script that was put on us by our oppressor that we got to deal with. That's bad enough, but we got it. Push yourself. Dive into these scriptures. And take your time with it. And let's see. We're going to see we up to verse 13 we got. We're going to see if we can get down to, we're going to see if we can get a few more, and then we might bounce around a little bit. But the point is, just using these scriptures for practice. These are the scriptures that you're going to hear us read tomorrow morning in the Sabbath service. And so if you've written them, you'll recognize them. That's what's up. That's what's up. See, the more you use it, the more you just be curious. That's a beautiful thing that you just said. Just be curious. Just start, just get in the language and just start dealing with it. I believe it just means Most High is the power. But let me double check on that. You know offhand what Joel's name means?
I don't know what it means. You can Google it though. What does Joel mean in Hebrew?
Let's pull it up right here.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yahweh, the Lord, God, power, right? So,
Let's see. Yep.
That's what it means.
Joel, Yahweh is God.
There you go.
It's basically just like you said. It's basically just a combination of Allah and Yahweh.
Where do y'all buy that Tanakh? Where do y'all buy that?
You can order that online. Probably got it online.
Can you go to Barnes and Noble?
Yeah.
Maybe, the Barnes and Nobles, they'll have it on their shelf. You can maybe order it through their warehouse.
Right, and they'll order it and have it there for you, so you pick it up.
You got to find with the contact. So they can point to it when it comes. All right.
And it was an excellent class. If anybody goes and looks back, I think Shafwan did one as well. And I did one before that where we ran through every book of the Bible and broke down the meaning of every name in the Hebrew. You got all this up here?
Yeah.
So we're still in Exodus 39. We're going to jump down a little bit. Jump down to verse 22. All right, so this verse 22 is, and he made the robe of the ephod of woven work, all of blue. So I wrote it now down first in the Assyrian script, and we're gonna go through, break it down, and write it underneath in the ancient script. So this word right here, so I'm gonna start over here with the same word here. This word Aisha means work, to do, to make, to create. So this is Waya Aisha, and he made. And this Wa Ya beginning of the word, you're gonna see a lot of times especially as you go through Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, you're gonna see Waya Amar, Waya Dabar. That's and he said and he spoke. This is a sentence structure. You're gonna see a lot of sentences start off Wa, Ya, and then the verb. So and he made in this case. Wa Ya Aisha. We talked about that last week. That has no equivalent in English, but this just connects the verb to its subject. So Waya Aisha Ma'ayal is, and he made the robe. So it's that Waya is and he. Ephod is ha'apod, is the ephod. That's a word that they basically just transliterated. So another preposition that we can add down here. Ma. You see this letter ma at the beginning of the word? That means of or from. So now, so far, we've seen ba, which is in, ha, which is the, like ba, ha, shum. We got this yum here. We know how we pluralize words in Hebrew with the yum at the end. The wa is and, like we just saw. Waya Aisha. The ma is from or of. That's the ma is from, so this is of work.
So let's go to this.
Right, that's all one word right here.
Now the dash, this is a dash, right?
No, that's a letter. That's a right here.
Oh, yeah.
So then this last part at the end is Rod Koyal Kalaf, which is woven all out of blue.
And this is the Sa.
That's the I.
Oh, this.
Yep. So this anytime you see this is an extension of this call is all. So Rod is woven all blue.
And this is the Sha.
And as you go down, gives you more detail in verse 23, and there was a hole in the midst of the robe, as the hole of a habergeon with a band round about the hole, that it should not rend, meaning it should not tear. And they made upon the hems of the robe pomegranates of blue and purple and scarlet and twined linen, belts pure gold. And as you keep going down, it's up to 27.
This is that word, that Sha.
Right, the ox. Yep. No, this is so this is it's just like that. This little curve right here, that's the dot. So that's what this is. This is what we were saying earlier about a lot of similar looking letters in the Syrian. Yeah.
This would be the Sa.
Exactly. Then you would also have the ha, the ka, the da, all that's gonna look like.
Yeah, I got the little space.
So, sounded out in the Hebrew, it'd be Ata.
The letter would just be, yeah, exactly. So this we would just say we put it together. The aside that you were thinking of when you're saying you, that would have a ha at the end of it. So you kind of draw that sound out like a thigh.
You just adjust.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's where's it at? Right here. That's the ma. And then if it was at the end of the word, you have underneath it, it would be closed up like that. Now, as we go through verse 27, we're going to see almost all these words we've already seen.
This is this.
Which one? The la.
A lot, yeah.
Yep, exactly. So now this verse 27 is real simple, real straightforward. This is the whole verse 27. Wa Ya'ishua ath hakathanath shasha ma'aisha arag laharun wa labanua. And they made coats of fine linen of woven work for Aaron and for his sons. Right. That's the ancient. Everything underneath, I'm put the ancient right underneath it. And so this verse 27, really, we could break this down just based on what we've already seen in this class. Everything in here, pretty much we can identify. We just talked about the Waya Aisha, Waya Aisha, that Wa at the end, we already spoke about. That's they. So Waya Aisha is and they made. Whereas we had up here, Waya Aisha and he made, Waya Aisha and they made. Hakathanath, this is probably the only new word right here. Why? Yeah, let's write it all in the ancient as well. Why? Yeah, Aishua.
That's the eye, right?
Yeah, exactly. So this Kathanath coats right here. It's from the root word. Well, from the if you go deep enough to the root word, it's kathak, which is to cover. The kathanath is coats right here. So kathanath, this word right here, coats. So Waya Aishua and they made Ath, remember that's just connecting the verb to the subject. Ath Hakathnath, and they made coats. And this usually if we see the sha like this, that's the number 6. Yeah, fix that. That's the pa. Usually if we see the sha like that, that's the number 6. But here it's a different word that means fine linen. Let me see if we can go into, and this comes up about 25 times in scripture for fine linen. So this is this sha is for linen right here.
That's still in verse 27, right?
This line right here is verse 27. Up here is 20. I might have. Which one was this? This was. This is 22. It's a lot. So this line and this line, that's 22. And this line right here is 27.
And this is the dollar.
This is the Y. So this is that same Y. So that's just the word and right there. That Y right there. Anytime you see a Y at the beginning of the word, pretty much that's representing and. So that Y Aisha, Y Aishua, and they made. And then over here, we have Ma Aisha, which we just talked about. This Ma being a preposition. It means what? Of or from. So this is of work.
This is Yah.
Exactly. This arag is woven. If you see a ragaman, that's purple, but arag, this root right here is woven. So this was woven for who? Because now we have a lot that we haven't. Oh, we didn't even put this on our list over here. La is a preposition to mean two. You see that la at the beginning of the word? That's two. Like when we take the wine in Sabbath service and we say La Yasha'Allah to Israel. So this is now telling you who this was made for. This was made La Aharon, which is Aaron's name in the Hebrew.
This is either Tazah or Sa, right here.
That's the I. Waya Aisha. So that's that right there. But the Za will flatten out at the bottom like this. The only time that you're gonna see the Tazah just come down is when it's at the end of the word. See right here.
This.
See that? No, right here. That's the Tazah in the middle of the word or at the beginning, and that's the one at the end. See what I'm saying?
This is the idol.
That's the I. So now this coat was made and was woven. This rod was woven La Aharon, which is two Aaron, La Aharon, Wa. So and to Wa La Bunyu. You should know that your bun is your son. So Wala Bunyawa, to Aaron's sons. La Aran to Aaron, Wala Bunyawa, and to his sons. And shalom to Davi. We're going all over the place. So whoever's keeping up, shout out to y'all. But we're doing it with a purpose. Because all these verses in this chapter, you're going to hear tomorrow in the Sabbath service. And when you hear them in the Sabbath service, you should want to recognize what you're hearing. This is how you do it. This is how you remember things. If you go over something, they talk about spaced repetition being one of the best ways to learn a language, meaning you go over some words, you give it some time, a day, whatever, you go over the same words. Now you kind of recognize them, and now it's sinking into your head. And so we're going over this same chapter that we'll be reading tomorrow. And there's a lot of repetition just within this chapter. So we've gone over, we've seen the word.
It's the same one.
Exactly. And it's doing the same thing right here. It's connecting this to this. And anybody who is watching this, take your time and write this down, just like this brother's doing. Take your time, write it all down. Just the act of writing drives it in. That's the cut.
This is all one, right?
No, that's a da, and that's a na.
Well, that's this
So
right
that's
here. Da.
Right, that's a da, and then the next letter is the na right here. So it's a ka, da, na, and a da.
And this is the ka.
This right here,
Yeah.
that's the na.
Nah.
So that's right. Yep. And you got everything down here, right? The 11, 12, 13. Let me know. Let me know. All right. Need more time? You need me to leave this up?
Yeah.
Good. So we're gonna keep bouncing around a little bit. Again, anybody that's rocking out with us, do it just like this. Take your time, absorb these, especially if you just, if you're not quite firm with both alphabets, the ancient and the Assyrian, take your time, write it all out. Even if you're not sure what you're writing, just copy down what you see. It is more effective than you realize. It's helping you more than you realize. And it's therapeutic. Just writing down the ancient Hebrew, the same Hebrew that King David was writing and reading in and teaching his sons in. This is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful time that we're living in. Watching America fall apart, watching the white man turn on each other. And it's key that we do our part and take back our culture so that we can teach our people what our real history is. So that we can tell the Mexicans, the more and more that they learn every day who their real enemy is, that their culture goes back to the ancient Israelites of the Bible. So we can go out and teach our people from Haiti and all these other places where the white man is ravaged and raped and ran through, and teach them that they got something real that we can come back and join together under. Instead of letting the white man use the differences from one island to the next to divide us. All right, well, the Haitians speak Creole and the Dominicans speak Spanish, so y'all should hate each other. That's stupid. That's why we got one language to unite us.
No shot.
Right. And that here that song, what do you say was satin or linen. But a lot of times you see Shah, that's number 6. Five, yes, La, Sharbai. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's 2 separate words though. So this is the word that ma goes with Aisha here, which is the word for work. The ma is just a preposition. It means of. It's saying of work.
Yeah, right. This is the nah.
That's on that your finger is on?
Yeah.
That's the I. So this is the let me write it in the ancient too. That's Ma Aisha.
If I go on YouTube, it'll still be up there, right?
Yeah.
I can just copy this,
Yeah.
rewatch it again.
So you good for now?
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna jump around a little bit now. Just because watching that clip earlier at the beginning of the class, Commanding General Yohana going in on how bugged out we got to be for allowing the white man to turn us against the Mexicans, to turn us against the northern tribes, and we still doing the same thing 15 years later. But then you asked about Hosea's name, so that made me want to go and just break down Hosea 1 and 9 through 10, just because, why not? Let's go into the Hebrew and see what we can learn in the Hebrew on this. Now we jump into Hosea. The first chapter. And we're still going to see a lot of the things that we just went through. And we're going to be able to identify some of the words and phrases that we just saw. No, this was Exodus. This is Hosea.
Hebrew, Shemawatha, right? Say it.
No, that's the name of Exodus. It's right here. The Shemawat. That's Exodus.
Shemawatha.
Hosea in the Hebrews right here. It's how.
Oh yeah. How Shatata.
That's an I.
Oh, that's
This right here. You wrote it right.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
This right here this is an I.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's how it's shot. It's like your how it's shot. It's how it's shot.
So I put the I at the end.
Yeah. So this verse in the Hebrew or in the English, of course, Hosea
1:9, right?
1:9. Count. Then said God, call his name Lo Ami, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your God. So in the Hebrew, that's going to be Waya Amar, Korah, Shamwa, La'a Aimya, Kaya Athum, La'a Aimya. Wa Nakia, La'a, Ahaya Lakam. And this short, simple scripture, really, if you pay attention through Genesis and Exodus, you can almost break the whole thing down. This is Waya Amar. You're going to see about hundreds of verses just in Genesis and Exodus start out just like this. Waya Amar, then he said, come. And that Korah is call. Shamwa, we know where Shum is. We know that Wa, it's his. Call his name. La'a Aimya. Aim is people. Is a group of people, a nation of people. And so this is saying La'a, not that Yah at the end is a possessive for my, not my people. La'a Aimya.
This is the Ra.
Exactly. And this kaya, anytime you see this kaya like this is because, for, it's that type of a concept of a word. Because, for, the easiest way to put it. So let me put this in ancient as well. Exactly.
This is the Yah.
That's a why. And so again, that's just
You wrote the people on
Yeah,
top.
ancient on top this time. So Wayamar, and he said, Korah, call Shamwa, his name, La'a Aimya, not my people. Aimya. Kaya, because
You connected these.
this, yeah, so this is saying not my people. La'a Aimya.
And this would be the eye.
This is the I right here. So now, what's a thumb? We should know that for sure, right? Brother, what is a thumb? If I say how about Shimei Hashai Barak a thumb?
Left, right? What it means, right?
Yeah, how about Shimei Hashai Barak is blessed. A thumb is you, plural. So this in the English is where it says ye. So this is you plural, right?
This is the mom.
Exactly. And then this right here, this is going to be the same exact phrase right here.
This would be the Yah.
Exactly.
Trying to get your handwriting in this too.
I'll take that.
We want 10 minutes to show. I show.
Come.
This is the Ka. Kala. Right?
That's the ka, that's the ya.
This is it right here. This is the ancient.
Yeah.
So this.
I can imagine what it looked like when I'm just taking notes for myself. So, and then the come is, in this case, is your. So now down here, higher. So now we got all this kaya because. So the Lord said, call his name not my people because dumb, meaning you plural, all of you. I'm you. Not my people. Wa anakia. And so this anakia is another way of saying I. So wa anakia and I. La haya. This haya, you're gonna see a lot. This is to be. That's that most basic verb in any language, to be. La'a, ahaya, come. And I will not be yours. And the word God is implied in this verse. So you are not my people, and I will not be your God. And then I'm going to run through verse 10. We're going to finish on that note.
Yeah.
Feel like you're picking it up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. So this verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God. So we're gonna break that. That's a lot of Hebrew words, but we're gonna break it down in the next 10 minutes. We're gonna focus on the, on the basic words. We're gonna focus on what we can identify from what we've already picked up.
I had a quick question.
Shoot.
Candlestick. You know,
Manara.
whole menorah stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Manara?
Yeah.
So if you read Revelation, when it talks about the candlestick,
Mm-hmm.
it won't break it down because it's in the Greek, right?
Right. So it's gonna be a Greek word.
That's it. We don't know Greek though.
Which I encourage you to learn Greek, just for the simple fact of being able to go into the scriptures. Now you got me curious, but I'm gonna look that up afterwards.
So the paraclete, I know I heard of that before. That word, that's a Greek word to mean spirit, right? That word means spirit, paraclete, Greek.
I would have to look it up. I'm not sure. All right, so now we got the whole verse on the board in the Hebrew. This is Hosea 1:10. And if you read it straight through, it's Wahaya Masapar Banya Yasha'ala Kakawal Hayam Ashar La'a Yamad Wala'a Yasapar Yahaya Pamakuam Ashar Ya'mar Laham La'a Aimir Atham Ya'mar Laham Bunya Al Khayat. And we're going to break down the key words through this. And this is again, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea. So why we talked about this word hayah. You're going to see this a million times because it's that verb to be. So it's the same, and it shall be. Masapar is the number. Masapar. Banya Yasha'ala, of course, is the children of Israel. Kawal, this root word right here is a sand, and now we have, even though we erased our list of prepositions, but the ka is another preposition. You see this letter at the beginning of a word, that means like.
I think nobody can see the red light.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see the screen.
I mean, it's not the best, but you can make it out.
Wow.
Yeah, the glare is not the best. So this ka right here, when you see a ka at the beginning of a word, that means like. So that's how you get like the sand of the sea. A young is sea. That ha, of course, again is the.
So when you see "ka" at the beginning of a word, that means like.
That means like. So this ka hual hayum is like the sand of the sea. Shar is another common word. It means which. It can also mean happy, but you're going to see it more often to mean which. So which, la'ah, yamad is measured. So it cannot be measured. While la'ah, yasapar, we just said sapar up here is numbered. So it cannot, while la'ah, yamad cannot be measured. While la'ah, yasapar cannot be numbered. Wa haya. Wa, of course, is and. We just said haya is that to be. So this is saying and it will be.
What you do out here, because I be seeing people on the Sabbath, so I have a feeling of like some
Oh yeah, so that's the interlinear app. So if you could find that, I'm not sure. They might. I haven't. Mine hasn't been working. They might have taken it down. If you look up interlinear app, or if you look up Hagios Tech, I'll write it down. Yeah, that's where I had gotten it. Hagios Tech. If you search that up, you should be able to find that out if it's still up.
What is that?
That's it just lets you scroll straight through the scripture with the Hebrew on top and the English right underneath.
and I could use this Hebrew sheet to match it.
Yeah,
Once I download
exactly.
it, right? And you can use it offline. You don't really need internet to use it.
As long as you have it, you can pull it. Yeah, you can pull it. So cannot, while la'ah, yamad cannot be measured, while la'ah, yasapar, or numbered, while haya, and it shall be, Kawam, in the place which, ashar, that word which again, ya amar, in the place which it was said, that word amar again, like you started off the last verse, why ya amar, and he said, why amar, the place which it was said, lahum, which that la, the beginning of the word is to, so this is to them. La'ah, ainu, same phrase. We just saw it twice. La'ah, ainu, not my people. Not my people. La'ah, ainu, not my people. A thumb. Yahweh Shem Yashabrak, a thumb, you all. Ya'amar, it shall be said, Laham, to them, same word you see right here, to them, Laham. Bunya, you know that word bun is son, Bunya is sons plural. Allah, Kaya.
So the Baal Hashem would be this word, Shah, but you remove the A.
The Shah, yeah, it would be Shah and then a Ma. So you just put it together. Shah.
God.
So Yamar, Laham, it'll be said to them, Bunya, Allah, Chaya, sons of the living power. And so we flew through those, but if you go back and you take your time with them, these are words and sentence structures that are common, that are basic, that will allow you to recognize more as you go through, pick up more, absorb more, keep getting into it, working with it. I will pass the class. We're gonna give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Imajim Shabbat, Imajim Barak, Yahal Ba Shem Yahal Shai Brakathum, Yajim Matah, class dismissed.